Hi, this is Aharon Dubinsky, coming to you today from the Chut Shel Chesed Yeshiva in the holy city of Yerushalayim, in the most exquisite state in the world, Yisrael, under the direction of our beloved Rabbi and spiritual guide, Rabbi Shalom Arush. May Hashem bless him always. Today we're going to talk about our friend, the Yetzer Harah. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you call him our friend? I mean, there's enough examples in Torah and other places that say he's anything but our friend. It says every night before we go into Amidah, we ask Hashem to remove the Satan from in front of us and from behind us. Why do we say this? Because he's there. And by the way, he may also be to the right and to the left. He's pretty much everywhere. He has a lot of advantages. He is with us from the time we come into this world until the time we leave this world, and he has advantages. Because you see, we have to sleep and we have to eat, and he doesn't. So he's with us all the time. He watches us while we sleep. He watches into our dreams and tries to manipulate them. Why do we have him in front of us? Why does it say we have him in front of us and behind us to move him specifically? Well, we want to move him from in front of us because as he stands in front of us, he does his best to prevent us from doing mitzvot. Behind us, he's pushing us to do the wrong things. Doesn't sound like much of a friend, does it? And yet he is. He is very much our friend, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But remember, he is the one that we are told is so awful, the Satan, the opponent, the Yetzer Harah, who tempts us into doing the wrong things, who pushes us in the wrong direction. But if he's so awful, why did Hashem create him? Because we got to get back to the beginning. Everything comes from Hashem. Everything that is, was, or ever will be comes from Hashem. It all has purpose, and that purpose is always for our ultimate best. How could this be for our ultimate best? This is the voice behind you that keeps whispering in your ear, don't go to Israel. Oh, no. Israel's too hard. It'll be difficult. It's dangerous. At your age, you won't be able to make a living. At your age, you'll have a hard time finding friends. At your age, you'll find a hard time at finding a place to live. And how do I know that the Yetzer would say that to you? Because, my friends, when I went to make Aliyah, the Yetzer was sitting right across from me in the Jewish agency. And that's exactly what the words were that came out of their mouths. And I said, does that mean I can't go? And they said, oh, no, you can go. We just think it's a really bad idea. And I said to them, wait a minute. You're the Jewish agency. I thought your job was to talk me into going, not out of going. Yes, but we think it's a bad idea at your age, and you have no money, and you're 60. And when was the last time you were in Israel? When? Never? You've never been? You don't know anybody there? How do you expect to survive? You have no money. And I said, I've got $3,000 in my pocket. And they laughed at me. That was the Yetzer laughing at me. And he didn't stop. He tagged me for the first year I was here. We had, after there was a 7-year drought in Israel, probably the worst rainy season for decades. I mean, it rained every day. I can't think of a day coming to yeshiva during the winter when I didn't take off my shoes and socks because my feet were soaked clear through to the bone. I can remember lighting Hanukkah candles, and I had a double window, an outside window, an inside window, and it rained on me while I tried to light the menorah. This is a friend? With this kind of friend, who needs enemies? Let me tell you why he's a friend. This is the part we don't think of. It comes from Hashem, so we know he has to be for our benefit. How is he for our benefit? Well, let me ask you a question. Some things aren't always as they appear. If you walked in to, say, a boxing hall, places where people go to box with each one another. You may not know too much about this, but they have rings set up all the way around, and you can rent out a ring for a half hour or an hour, whatever you want. And say you're a really good boxer, so you want to compete. So you get yourself a really good trainer. And his job is to get you ready for what is to come. That is, your matches with other boxers who are just as good as you, who have just as much experience as you, and his job is to train you what to do to handle them. Now, you come in and you see a guy who's training, a really good boxer, and his trainer's training him, and he keeps smacking him and smacking him and smacking him. And you know this is the boxer, this is the trainer. What's he smacking him for? He's supposed to like him. He's supposed to be getting him ready. He's supposed to be the guy who gets him ready for the fight. And my friend, that's exactly what he is doing. Because you see, what you don't know is the fact that every time that boxer who was training, every time he jabbed with his right, he lowered his left, leaving him wide open here. So, every time he did that, his trainer smacked him right here, right here, right here, until he got the idea to keep this up. When you push this out, keep this up so you don't get hit. You could get knocked out with a punch like that and go right to the canvas. Now, does he love him for hitting him? You bet he loves him for hitting him. He loves him for hitting him because it's for his own good. And now, why do I tell you this story? Because we have a similar situation with the Yetzer Harah. He hits us for our own good. It's not just to make fun of us. It's not to make sport of us. It's not just to make us do the wrong thing. It's to make us stronger in the areas we are weak. If, for example, you have a really bad temper like I do, I know a lot of people don't see it, but I do. It's just I control it most of the time. Some of the times it gets away from me. Why does it get away from me? Because my friend, the Yetzer Harah, has set up a situation he knows will push my button. It will make me do what I'm not supposed to do if, in fact, I have not controlled it. Understand? So that's what we're looking at, is a situation where he controls the situations that you're getting into so that you get stronger. He shows you where you have chinks in your armor. Where are the areas where you need to work on to be better than what you are? He's going to show them all to you. All the way down the road. He's going to show you that you made bad mistakes in the past, but two of his strongest weapons are like this. The second strongest weapon: you do something wrong, and you feel bad. And you feel bad, 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 and you feel bad for hours, days, weeks, months. So bad you say, I can't even get up. I am so far down. What I did was so wrong. Now, come on, we talked about this before. You know you have teshuvah. You know teshuvah was invented by Hashem before he ever created the universe, because he knew the universe could not survive without teshuvah. So all you really have to do is teshuvah. What is teshuvah? Hashem, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I will do better, my best to do better in the future. And then the missing part, which is this one right here. And then you live up to your pledge to try to do the best you can in the future to avoid making that same mistake, because as sure as you're sitting there, the Yetzer will bring it back to you again. And you're going to be faced with it, and we'll see how you fare this time. Then there's the other one, the absolute positive worst that the Yetzer does. You get up in the morning. A lot of you guys, come on, you're with me on this one. You understand this one. You get up, and you're going, I just can't. It's 6 o'clock. I need some sleep. I just can't. I got to go. And then the Yetzer pops up and he goes, no, you don't. No, you don't have to go. Look at you. Look at you. Look who you are. You are almost a tzaddik. Oh, what am I talking about? Almost a tzaddik. You are a tzaddik. Where you go? You don't go today. You go tomorrow. You go the day after. Is that a big deal? You don't have to go every single day. Oh, yeah, you do. But anyway, there are exceptions to this rule, and we're not going to get into that right now. But the fact of the matter is, you believe it. You say, you know what? You're right. I am. Well, maybe I'm not a tzaddik, but I'm surely like one because of all that I do. Big mistake. Big mistake. Taking advice from the wrong person. He's not there to give you advice. He's there to give you a challenge. He's there to give you a test. When you understand that is his purpose, then you'll be able to get past him. You'll be able to get rid of the chinks in your armor. You can be able to get stronger in Emunah, stronger bitachon, stronger in Achdut, to bring us all together, to bring about the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu and the third Beit HaMikdash, speedily in our days, bimhei Rabbi Yomeinu, Amen. Be well, my friends. Have a great week ahead. See you next week. Bye-bye.